Ba-ba-ba-bum. All right, we're live. We're here. I get my mouse up and over this way. There we go. All right. We're not doing races. Did it update? Yeah, hunting for lore. All right, cool. It updated it correctly. Let me see this. Hold on one second. Why did so many people comment in the last hour? So today we are going to be taking things slow, which, hold on, I need to launch OBS again. I need to make sure OBS is up. I don't want it capturing my audio. Now it's just catching the game audio. Let's bring down over here. I was a little bit disappointed to, I think on the, hold on, let me see. Where is my desktop? I think I had it on my desktop. Maybe not. Hold on, let me see. I know for sure I've got it in seasonal. I took the screenshot. Season something. Roadmap. There we go. That's where I had it. Okay. I was a little bit disappointed to see. There it is. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't touch up on world bosses, but if you can see, it says there seasonal events and world bosses. Now, what I'm interpreting that as is the world bosses for the seasonal events, such as right now, the turkey. I am a little bit disappointed that that wasn't their way of introducing actual world bosses. That is seriously the main PvE related content I think this game is missing. Like Lost Ark, I remember I would just be playing on my own, doing my dungeon crawls, and then it's like ting ting, you know, you get like that little bell or whatever up in the, you know, at 8:45, 15 minutes before the hour, that the world boss is spawning, and you gotta like travel over to the gate to jump through the gate to go fight the world boss. Like, why is that not a thing in this freaking game? All right. And I think we're all good on there. Cool. So today we're actually going to be jumping on to Griana Arande. And our goal for this is to play through the campaign and capture all of the cutscenes because I want them. I've noticed that at least whenever I try to go online and get or watch video footage of the cutscenes, nobody seems to have it. So I'm going to go ahead and capture it. We're going to go ahead and get this. So that way we've got it. All right, let me make sure I'm in here. And our goal is to start watching some cutscenes and some dialogue. We're not going to be skipping through any cutscenes, no dialogue cut through, anything like that. And yeah, let's enjoy this for a couple hours here. Oh, I remember this quest. We got to go up and clear out the mine that is not too far from here. I'm not going to be really concentrating on grabbing a bunch of side quests. Again, the main draw here is I'm trying to get the MSQ. Which so far, just going through, and you know, whenever it was first released, I had to kind of push through the story as fast as I could. Couldn't really watch a ton of the story because I wanted to get to the end game. Because I was already so far behind with spending most of my time crafting that I wasn't able to really kick back and enjoy the story. So now playing through on another character to actually be able to enjoy the story has been really good. I really have enjoyed it. The lore is pretty darn good if you just actually pay attention to it. Also, I've really enjoyed playing a mage. Not normally my thing. It has been pretty fun though. I'm so used to just being up in the mix and like it's okay if I get hit a couple times. That is not the way with a mage. Oh. Oh, level 10. I am excited to get the achievements for Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet because that is not what I've been going for on my other character. So I'll actually be able to get the achievements for Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet. Oh, we gotta beat the big guy. That's right. We gotta wait for him. All right. Another journal. Slow spread of red down from the Brightwood and Great Cleaves not been given proper attention by the Everfall settlement. It's too scared to look. Clark is too busy with bloody paperwork. Okay, so this is the corrupted mining operations. Okay. Oh, put the shield down. There you go. All right, where's this guy at? Come on. Oh, there he is. Come on. Oh, I thought I rolled in time. Oh, I'm out of mana. Dang it. Definitely should have rolled out of the way of that one. Nice. Investigate the cavern. One thing I've not been doing has been switching over to my Ice Gauntlet very much. This thing definitely...
Throngs with such sources of power. I will find them all to fortify our cause. The cause of humanity.
Those two just started talking over one another. That was kind of funny. Dude, that musket, boy. That musket boy is going heavy over there. All right, what do I gotta do? Oh. This is the same guy who saves what's her name by the water later on, I think. Right? I think that's the guy. Iana or something like that, whatever her name is. See him again, I'm sure. All right, cool.
Resist the god, but you have seen the truth and the vision. Please, waste no more time resisting. Seize your birthright and join me.
She sure does say a lot, but not say anything at the same time. A drab wolf. I've not joined a faction on this character yet as well, and I don't think I will. At this point, it's kind of fluff that I don't think I want to even go worry about. Again, I'm not trying to worry about level him or get gear on him. I'm really just trying to get through Brimstone Sands and Elysian Wilds is really the main thing. After that, I can get most of the other stuff on my main guy.
Has told me all that transpired in the cavern. Not even I knew of the shrine the angry earth harbored there. That they have succeeded in corrupting it is troubling beyond measure. I prefer to believe this an anomaly, but precautions must be taken. I must visit the Mother Well and commune with the primal spirits there. Return to your instructor. Convey to him that our gift, and the reprieve that comes with it, is not without condition. Should your kind abuse it, we will visit our wrath upon you.
Oh, we don't want them to visit our
It
wrath.
grants what your kind
Their wrath
lacks,
upon us.
a connection to the earth itself.
Kind of rude, but okay.
You have what you came for, so be grateful. This will strengthen your soul against the evil that seeks to claim it. Now be gone, human.
What exactly could we do to abuse the power? That would be my primary question. So could I use the seed to somehow hurt the earth or whatever? Like, I don't understand that. She doesn't really give any detail there. So, interesting. This is, I need to put out my Act 1 video. Put out the intro. Act 1, I've started editing. I just need to get it out. Is pretty much from the time you enter into that first city and go to Everfall, I think is where I was kind of considering it, after you've already met Jonas.
It is a relief to see you return. Though my heart trembles to harbor hope again, it's too late to turn back.
Why?
You were able to get a living seed of the angry earth then. I'm not surprised. The angry earth are not our allies by any stretch of the imagination, but you seem to have quite a knack for persuasion. We have but one component of our conduit. Vital though it may be, we must now craft the staff that will contain it. Through it, you will draw on the power of your own soul to destroy corruption where it stands. Yes, the relationship between Azoth and the soul is complex, but it is this dynamic that gives a soul warden the strength.
Interesting.
When focused through an Azoth staff, it can perform many wonders. We will start with the haft. The trees from which they were once carved no longer grow on Eternum. The only way is to find one of the hats we hid away as the days darkened. The ancient ruins of Canis contain such a cache. I fear that is a question none remain to answer. The ancients disappeared thousands of years ago. We simply used the ruins to find sanctuary from the corrupted. In some cases, it worked. Let us hope Canis is one of them.
So I think it's a little bit confusing on the way that they word it as well in the game overall. Because when you hear ancients, at least I know for me, I think of the guys that are around all of those specific landmarks. So the skeleton guys. But those aren't ancient. Oh, I've got my horse. I forgot about that. Those aren't ancients. Those are not ancients. From my understanding, those are actually soul wardens. Bring it down just a hair. I think it's a little bit too loud there. Those are actually soul wardens from my understanding. Because that first cutscene that we watched at the very beginning of the game talked about how the soul, like the first batch of soul wardens used to fight alongside the ancients against the corrupted. And then eventually they just died so many times that they came back changed. So that's interesting to hear him mention the fact that the Azoth is connected to your soul. What does it show? Oh, there it is. For a second, YouTube showed that it was down. I think YouTube's good. But yeah, that would be kind of interesting if the Azoth staff like links or uses Azoth connected to your soul, because kind of my running theory so far is Azoth is what's turning people into lost as well as ancients. Corruption, from my understanding, I can go get a chest that way, but I don't feel like it. Corruption, from my understanding, is kind of like darkness. Oh, it turns off eventually. Whoop, jump quick. Kind of my interpretation is that Azoth and corruption is kind of like the light and the dark in this world. I still need further stuff to really prove that. I've been reading through the notes and stuff. Oh, we found one. Nice. But corruption, whenever I was first looking into it, it made me almost think that Azoth could turn you into a lost or corrupted. It kind of, Azoth amplifies characteristics of whatever you use it for. So if you are like really depressed and really sad, Azoth will amplify that and it'll turn you into a lost, is kind of my interpretation there. And then what I thought initially was that Azoth could amplify anger and hatred and stuff, and then that was what would be exhibited through the form of corruption. But I don't know about that anymore, like passion and stuff like that with Commander Thorpe. Like his passion was amplified by Azoth, and then that's what made him corrupted. I don't know anymore. I think corruption and Azoth are different, is my current running theory, but we'll see.
Well now, it's been an age since I laid eyes on one of these. It brings back many memories. Not all of them painful either. For the next component of the Azoth staff, you must acquire one of our consecrated cross pieces. It will be tricky, however, as there are certainly none of these just lying about in an old chest.
Where do I get
Yes,
one?
You may need to be resourceful. To the west, you will find the ancient structure that houses the forge. It was used by the Soul Warden Order even before my time. So, you may still find materials scattered throughout. Mind you, tread lightly, young one. Such places belong to the past, and the past has a habit of fighting back on this island.
For the most part, I won't be reading the dialogue of your character, and I think it's because for the most part, your character's dialogue is basically useless. For the most part, you can pretty much feel out exactly what they say based on what the person says next. And most of the time they ask kind of stupid questions from what I've been able to see. If not necessarily stupid questions, just like not necessary. So, I'm not going to be reading their part. Visit the ancient Soul Warden Forge to find a Warden's Crossbeat. But yeah, kind of fascinating, man. I've been reading through the notes a lot, and the current thing that I think I want to kind of, what's the word I'm looking at? Hone in on, like centralize on, is the actual releasing of the Azoth out into the world. Hold on, which doors do we not have? This person's already doing it, are you not? I forgot how to do this part. It's been so long. Oh, you just light them, huh? I like that one, dude. There's this one lore that I was reading. It's like Night of the Blue Flame. I think it's in, I want to say like the Great Cleave section. And it talks about how they were fighting this specific group of people was fighting in the Great Cleave. And they were fighting, look at that, Ezra the Forge Master. Doesn't say anything about ancients. They were fighting on this specific bridge, and they were holding back the corrupted from cutting across the bridge and getting to them. And they weren't doing so well. Like, the battle wasn't going particularly great. And one night they were sleeping, and somebody's report is that all of a sudden they just saw like a blue flash of flame across the night sky. And it's reported in a lot of other lore pages as well. Jeez, dude, roll. Holy cow. He like stunned locked me where I couldn't roll. It's listed in a lot of other lore pages as well that they talk about the Night of Blue Flame. And a lot of different people saw it. And it was this tower, which you can see it, I think, right there on the map. Is that it right there? The Shattered Obelisk? It's either that one or one of the... I don't think there's another obelisk up here, which Great Cleave is here. So, yeah, that would be pretty far for them to be able to see it. But they talk about how they just saw like this explosion of blue in the night sky. And it was that. It was this thing exploding out, which I still don't know what happened or why it did it yet. I haven't been able to find the page that links to that. But apparently that event, before that event, these ancient guys weren't around. So that's kind of interesting. I haven't been able to read fully in on that yet.
After all, a fine crosspiece, almost as fine as Forge Master Ezra once made. Did you have any trouble? Ezra? It stands to reason that he would remain at his forge even after the light left him. He never did let it go cold. I am sure he would be pleased with your work.
And again, Ezra was
I fear there is little time
a
to prepare you for
soul
what
warden,
approaches.
but now he's an
While you
ancient.
were away, I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted coming down from the north. I suspect they are driven on by the same vice that plagues your mind. I do not know. The traveler said the corrupted rally around something called the Tempest, a being they worship like a god. If this is the same being that haunts you, I fear your soul may be in great peril. No, other than maybe to give us a greater sense of urgency. But this is a momentous occasion. You are ready to forge your Azoth staff, and the Soul Wardens will soon be born anew. I cannot go. You must do this alone. It will require the sacrifice of part of your soul. Place the pieces of the staff on the...
Oh no! How did this guy chase me? Did somebody come this way? Oh man, that might be the first cutscene that we had cut off, huh?
I fear there is little time to prepare you. While you were away, I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted...
Oh, cool. We're able
coming
to
down
see
from
the rest of
north.
it.
I do not know. The traveler said if this is the same being that... No. Other... But this is a momentous occasion. I cannot go. You must do this alone. It will require the sacrifice of part of your soul. Place the pieces of the staff on the ancient altar near the shattered obelisk. Then brace yourself. I will be with you in spirit.
Cool beans. I forgot where we were going with that, but yeah. Interesting. It's kind of cool to see some of the lore pages that talk about being able to spelunk. Like, people talk about how they used to be able to go into these places with no issue. I forgot exactly which pages they were exactly, but people will talk about how they used to be able to go into these obelisks and be able to loot them, or at least like look around inside of them. And then after the Night of Blue Flame, everything changed, and now they're like the most dangerous place to go to. Turn it down just a little bit more. I feel like it's really loud. But again, sometimes it feels loud to me and then it's not actually loud, so I never know. I feel like that's just a standard motion that people make whenever they get like an amazing weapon. I think what's her name's about. Yep.
Wood and metal can be broken, but an ideal endures. And even in small defeats, I step closer to my victory.
You say so. I remember that being one of the parts that she talks to you. Yeah, but I'm really interested to read more about corruption and where it started. I'm still trying to get an idea, like a placement of when exactly Isabella came to this island. And I know corruption was around before she took it, but I'm curious to know exactly in what capacity. What's up, Wolfenite? How are you, bud? Oh, now he retreats too far. All right, go back.
Welcome
So
back.
very interested to
Look at
see
you, still as
more
fresh
about
as
the
a newborn
origins
baby.
of Azoth and the Corrupted.
Most aspiring soul wardens return looking at least a little pale. You must have extra soul to spare.
Totally. That's what it
I
is.
have had time to give our predicament some thought. While we now possess an Azoth staff, it is but a beginning, and even armed with
Good
such
to hear,
an
man.
implement,
You on your work
we
break?
two are no bulwark against corruption. I think so. Go back to Oxborough. Shout from the rooftops. Bang pots and pans if you must.
There you go. Look like a conspiracy theorist. That's
Rally
always
their
been a good
men
idea.
and women at arms to meet the armies coming their way. You hold their only hope for salvation. I must make preparations. The hardest part of becoming a soul warden is still ahead, my young friend.
He's
Rally
gotta
the
stab
city
me in the
against
chest,
the
right?
corrupted in the north, and then meet me in the southern ruins. Then you
Oh,
will
nice.
become
Off
a
today.
true soul warden.
Always good to have a off day.
You still wish it.
Always good for an off day. Well, we are trying our best to get all of the cutscenes recorded. I've been trying to go through and record them, and at least for the main story. I think eventually I'll try to go through and grab side quests if they seem to actually like pertain to the main story anyway, or give information on the island. But going through and grabbing the truffles for the guy like in one of the first missions, like I skipped that one. Like that one's not relevant in any way. Yeah, I started a new character so that I could go through and watch all the cutscenes and actually listen to the dialogue. I'm kind of at a good spot on my other character. I'm not happy with the state of PvP. I think PvP needs some serious help. Oh shoot, I could have just recalled back. So PvP's just not been super fun lately. The races are still kind of entertaining and kind of fun, but not as many people are doing them anymore. And then other than that, just hunting down artifacts, which I'll probably go back and stream my other character the next time I do, so that if there's any good mutated expeditions to get any artifacts that we need. But other than that, I just wanted to deflect and do something new. So yeah, we've been watching through all of the cutscenes. We've been actually watching that. I went through and actually created a Notion document. I don't know if anybody's ever used Notion before, but I created a Notion like page where I went in and copied down all of the lore pages. So I've been going through and reading that. That's been interesting, man. Been having a lot of fun.
Grab a minute with your friend Grace. I've been poking around town, collecting gossip from all these fine lords and ladies. I might stay a while. There's a lot of coin changing hands around here, let me tell you. This town is much older than it looks. Believe it or not, it was the bleeding Roman legions that first made it into a proper village. But it soon became a trading hub for all sorts. The crossroads of Eternum. And so it was. People coming from all over to buy and sell, and the gold in the town's coffers piled up. The trade barons ran the place for profit. No kings, no queens, and no messing. Each of the town's factions had its own enforcers, and for a while that seemed to work. But it was only a matter of time until vice and greed turned to violence.
I love that this little
Fighting
symbol
broke out in the streets,
is just
and the
up on
whole
my
town
screen right now.
burned down. But coin
Love it.
has a way of fixing things fast.
Really ruining the
Out
ambiance of the
ashes,
cutscene.
The town of Oxborough came to life. The trade barons built it back.
I
Bigger,
mean, they do a good job
stronger,
with
and
it. You
more
just gotta
profitable
find
than
it.
ever.
It's
And
like
nowadays, it's
original
been smooth
Destiny.
sailing ever since. Even when the corruption spread across the
Heck, it's
land
even like
centuries
current
ago,
Destiny.
Oxborough was still sitting pretty. These days, coins flowing like never before, But the trade barons hoard their wealth from the shadows. It may be tricky, but there's a fortune to be made here, and Grace O'Malley won't be leaving until she gets her share.
Yeah, the story is really, really good. It's just hidden behind, well, before it was completely hidden behind lore pages and some dialogue. They did a great job redoing the story and upgrading the dialogue as well as the cutscenes. So now it's even better.
You know what I've been up to. What about you?
You don't have to search
I
as
see that
hard
fancy
for
new
the
staff
content
you're toting around.
or for the
What do
story,
you
I
plan
should
to
say.
do with that? I thought enough red-eyed rotters on the beach. If you get in a jam, I've got your back. But I'm not enlisting in that crusade. These fine folks seem to think they haven't a problem in the world beyond a shortage of herbs. You might try the constable. That's the one. She's a former Roman legionnaire. And you didn't hear it from me, but I hear her husband's gone missing. She might listen.
Isn't, we just learned that her and her husband formed this city, I believe. Isn't that what she said when you like first meet her? She talks about how her and her husband like came and along with that initial legion and built this place. Which, if that's true, she is like really old or this city is really new. Let's see, the moment I set foot on Everfall into Infound Paradise, how could I ever return to the infernal brimstone desert knowing this was here? Oh, excuse me. I decided that in there I'd be abandoning the Legion. I don't see anything about it. I know Legionnaire Corral, whatever. I think I have read this one before. This was written by, yeah, this was written by her. Interesting. For some reason, I thought I'd read somewhere that it was built by her and her husband. I've already read that page. That's not relevant to this. Is there anything else around here? Something up top? Doesn't look like it. All right, let's go talk to her.
Hello, my busy friend. The signs are good today. I feel quite certain today's the day Centurion Mesha will finally return home.
Do I click it? Your husband is corrupted.
Corrupted? That's preposterous. He's battled the demon horde
They
more
are
times across the
very
centuries
high
than I
on
can
herbs.
count. Besides, I would have seen the signs. I've heard the reports, of course. Corrupted in some isolated spots in North Everfall. But they're not massing for an attack. All the signs are good.
Yeah. Are you
Now
sure?
You sound like my husband. Always skeptical. He'll return soon. For now, try Captain Dubois. Perhaps he can spare some soldiers for you.
All right. Did we fight him? Is that why we just said that? Why did I think that maybe we had fought him? Hold on. What's this one? The Everfall Banquet. No thanks. I think we're good on that one for now. Let's see what Mr. Dubois has to say.
Fine day to you, traveler.
The signs,
Trust
right?
your meeting with the constable was mutually beneficial. Was there anything I can offer you to support your interests?
All the accents in this town are
Well,
ridiculous.
I've heard the reports, and I salute your courage in battling the Crimson Menace. That staff appears to be a formidable weapon. Unfortunately, I cannot send soldiers to join you on your mission. Every available guardsman is deployed now in an effort to combat the current crisis. Why, you haven't heard? Impossible! There's a devastating shortage of herbs. Many of our wealthier citizens depend on such herbs for happiness.
For
and
happiness,
health.
of course.
The herbalist who normally caters
Totally
to
for
our
health.
city is named Owl, but he hasn't
made an appearance in months. We've sent search parties. Ugh, for Oxborough, it is a crisis of the highest order. So by all means, your campaign gets my full moral support. But do look out for How. Good luck!
Let's go make sure these herbs are all good, right? All right, while we're in the city, can we fast travel somewhere? I think the mayor's delusional and needs to reword. Or yeah, needs... Absolutely. She's a Legionnaire. They don't have tarot cards. Again, did we fight him? Like, why am I thinking that... Was he the guy that was in the cave just a minute ago? I didn't pay attention to the corrupted signs or whatever, the corrupted names. Oh, it's this guy again.
Do you see this? Or are you just going to walk on by like everyone else? Huh, these roads are supposed to be safe. What dark times these must be for people to just turn away from a poor innocent merchant who's been waylaid by rabid wolves.
Dang.
Oh no, the wolves were vicious and slobbery, but they didn't get any of the good stuff. I just need someone to help ride me cart. Do I look like a lumberjack or some muscle-bound warrior?
Is this city relying on one guy to deliver all their herbs?
Finally, someone with a heart. Help me out here.
He has sticks and bones.
I've got friends there in high places, I do.
Sometimes it progresses through and sometimes it doesn't. That's right. Got your bags of bones.
Oh, you have a heart of gold, good traveler. I would stay and chat, but I'm urgently needed elsewhere, and Hal always provides.
Okay. I need to remember to use my mount. I went so much of this intro part not using a mount that I'm now forgetting. All right. I mean, this isn't very far from the city. Owie. Can I shoot them? How do I... Oh, you destroy them with your Azoth staff. That's right. Oh, shoot. Go ahead and equip that bad boy. I guess I should probably go through and check all my upgradable gear as well. I just really haven't hit a point where I haven't been able to kill anybody, so I haven't really cared. Yeah, keep blocking. Yeah, we're going full DPS on this build. Yeah. Hold on. Were you didn't play the initial release, or you just now joined? I mean, mounts has only been the last year. Initial release, we had to run everywhere on foot, man. And the cost of traveling with Azoth was through the roof. So you may not even be able to travel. Especially because your price to fast travel was based on how far you were going and how much weight you had. So if you went out and did like an iron run, collecting some resources, and you were far away from a town or far away from where you were wanting to go, then man, that Azoth was really expensive to travel. So you just be hoofing it. And this was before you did play it when it was really, so you know what I'm talking about. That was before walking on streets was faster as well. So, man, it's fun to relive those moments or remember those moments, I should say, every once in a while. Oh, did he just dodge straight through my fireball? How dare you, sir? Oh, good times indeed. Really makes you appreciate where we are now. I mean, I remember that was what made a lot of my friends who first played, like on release, that's what made a lot of them leave, because the server that we were on was like completely run by a couple green factions. We were Marauders. And then, so travel was pretty easy and inexpensive. And then out of nowhere, all of those companies decided to either leave or they actually switched teams as well. And our cost of travel went from being pretty manageable to way too expensive. So a lot of my buddies ended up leaving around that time because I was like, screw this, dude. The server was pretty much completely ruined because a couple big companies decided to abandon it or switch companies. Or I guess factions altogether, not even just companies. So crazy, dude. It's so nice to have a mount now. Definitely get spoiled. All right, 3 more, and then I think we got to head through here. So we'll go ahead and make our way this way. We're going to be scared by the memories of having to do a lot of running around for hours. Yeah. Yeah. It really is amazing to see how many quality of life changes have been made over the last few years. Azoth, like, being not only more easily obtained, but also being less, like, you don't have to spend it for as much stuff, is just an absolutely drastic change. Although I will say, I think the overall cost of Azoth in crafting stuff has been increased. I feel like that's gone up. Like 250 Azoth for a max crafted piece of gear to put into it feels like it's higher than it used to be, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there. Burn, baby. I was burning the staircase, not her or him, whatever. I should switch to my ice gauntlets. I just don't want to. I just have too much fun shooting people with a fire staff. Level 6 on the ice gauntlet could probably be much better if I just switched to it.
The destiny of this island is already decided. Do you not see it? The weak shall succumb, and the strong shall prevail.
I completely get the glass half full mentality. Totally on board with it. Hold on, do I have any points to put in? Here, let's respec, because we only really need 50 points in con. I think that's where we're gonna go. We can pump a couple extra points into intelligence. I am all for glass half full mentality. I tend to be an optimist as well. I just at the same time tend to be a realist. And that is, if history has shown a particular thing, then that's what I'm going to trust. And as much as I love the idea of AGS doing right by this game, they just haven't shown that they do that. Thought I could roll through that. How many hours for the Core Punk release? I think that comes out. It comes out tomorrow for sure. I'm definitely going to be playing that on Wednesday, I think is the next time I'll have a chance to play. I'm not going to be able to play tomorrow. So definitely looking forward to the Core Punk. I'm still going to work in New World, especially because Core Punk is in an alpha state. So I'm not going to try to rush through to play that. But
Raise your feast.
definitely looking forward to Core Punk. I like the old school mentality of it.
It is a force of nature and destiny. Join the tempest and be the storm.
Yeah. Don't you have Thorpe? Why do you need me? You just got Thorpe. I guess I took the box though, so that's why she needs me. Still, so another thing that I was reading as well on the box is there is a journal entry from the priest guy. We're gonna meet him here soon. He's the narrator, the guy that we see on the boat that gets killed. There is a journal entry from him, a lore page from him, where he's talking about seeing Isabella go through the stages of being taken over by the corrupted.
I can't believe
Hold on, we'll pause until the end. We did go occultist.
I can't believe it. Oxborough survives its greatest threat yet.
I told you these people are something else. Got their heads in the clouds. I've never met a herbalist as popular as your Mr. How. But maybe they weren't picking the right herbs.
They don't care about the fact that I killed all the corrupted. They care about the fact that I got their herbs back. Hold on, let's talk to her then whenever we travel.
I know the truth, don't we? Herbalist How may get all the glory, but you're the one who did the work. You're the real hero. Nah, you'd be a fool if you did. Flying your flag everywhere is just an invitation for trouble. You and the old codger are more my sort of people.
Way in the clouds. Yeah. Good use of words there, Grace. She understood. Yeah, but there's a lore page talking about him like being next to Isabella's bed, like while she was going through her like kind of being taken over by the corrupted. And there's some way that he words it. I'll have to read it. I'll have to find it first. That he says something to the effect of where like she might be mad later, but he's like taken her soul or something and is leaving the island. I think that's what makes me think that the box that you open in the beginning, either it's something related to Azoth, or that's like her soul. I don't know, man. To be honest, I think Core Punk can fill the niche where people are sick of babysitting. Yeah. So I think Core Punk could definitely, turning into a demon. Definitely she's turned into a demon. I definitely think Core Punk has a place. I don't think a lot of people are going to like the overall top-down MOBA feel of it. I was mentioning to a buddy of mine the other day, it reminds me of if you ever played custom games on StarCraft, that's the overall feel that it reminds me of. And I don't know if a lot of people are going to be drawn to that. So it's definitely going to be a niche.
This is marvelous.
But everything I've seen on the game, man, I am excited for it.
I feel confident this will sort itself out. Hal's return is such an auspicious occasion. I must believe that Centurion Mesha will return very soon now.
Sure. You keep thinking that, lady. All right, Jonas is 900 and something away. Where is he? Nope, that's oh wait, that is him, huh? No, that's Hermit's Rally. Where is he at? 900. Is he up near, is this where we have to now go to the Great Cleave? Where the hell is he? All right, hold on, let's face the direction that oh, he's to the south. Oh, I was looking way in the opposite direction. I was looking up north. Closest thing that we have is probably here. So I guess we go there and we'll grab the other fast travel on the way. Yeah. I don't know if there's hate going around about, are you talking specifically hate about core punk going around, or just hate in general? Because, I mean, every community is going to have their haters. That is a constant. The New World community, the haters seem to be those people who no life the game and complete hundreds of hours worth of content in a week, and then they complain that there's nothing else to do. And the justified complainers, which is the field that I'm in, is just the fact that I would like to enjoy the game, but there are a lot of bugs that are there and the developers aren't doing anything about it, or at least just communicating about the bugs. But most of the complaining that I've seen about core punk, or the worry, is the fact that you are buying the game through the developer website. So it's not like through the Steam website, as well as it seems like a lot of the verbiage that I've been seeing as well kind of links to the fact that people are worried that they can just kind of like take the game offline whenever they want. But okay, hold on. You say people are too set in their ways. They will complain why Throne and Liberty is pay to win, make videos on how genre is dead, but when a new game comes, try and do something different. Yeah. Well, I mean, the concern about Throne and Liberty being pay to win was genuine. And I think that game, I don't know if I would say it's pay to win, but it's definitely got some pay to get ahead mechanics. So I think that is for sure a concern of people. I do like that about core punk, that it is, and same with New World as well, is, which I guess, what, there's seasonal coins that you can buy, and then weapon, and then what, trade skills, I think are the three. They're right in here, right under the augments. So you've got gathering experience, proficiency booster, season experience, territory, and weapon. And these don't, I mean, I guess gathering experience, because then you can gather better stuff sooner. And then the season one just gets you seasonal stuff faster. But for the most part, there's not any stuff you can buy in the shop that's really going to get you ahead in New World. And I think that's what kind of pisses people off, because the old school mentality of buying a game that was like, go to the gaming store, you buy a game, it's an all-inclusive game, you plug it in, and everything that you bought in that box is what's there. There is no microtransactions on top of it. I think that's what people want.
Like it or not, you'll be able to,
like, deep down, I think the seasonal content stuff is just getting to people. Maybe that's my own preferences kind of coming back into it as well, but I don't know.
Your success with the staff,
Let's see what he's saying real quick.
proves your readiness. It is now time for you to face this final step to becoming a true soul warden.
Tell me what to
You
do.
must acquire a heart gem. Your defense against corruption. A vessel you'll use to encase your soul and protect it. A cold vault within your chest. Yes. But do not get hung up on details. There will be a time to discuss such things. For now, you must simply acquire the gem. Look here. These ancient guardians were once human, proud warriors. In a war now lost to time.
Oh, now he's mentioning
They
it.
sacrificed in ways much like the Soul Wardens.
But weren't they actually soul
No.
wardens? They were the first soul
But
wardens,
the
I thought.
elements for creating a hot gem, they do. This will be no easy task, but I believe in you. I will wait here.
He mentions that heart gem protects you from the corrupted, but didn't he give us like a cutscene not too long ago, or like mention in the early part, that all of his companions were twisted by the Scarlet Sorcerer or whatever? So clearly it can help protect against it, but it doesn't remove the whole chances of it happening. Hold on, you say you played New World just a couple of days ago. It's a masterclass in I wouldn't say a complete masterclass in redemption, at least from the Amazon, because let's be real, the company is hopeless. Core Punk is a new feeling, which logically makes sense. Like health regen. Yeah, you have to cook in Core Punk because there is no persistent health regen, which technically is New World as well. You need to talk to get a quest and get it done. Who also complained about there being microtransactions too, so there really is no winning. Right. So somebody put it this way the other day, and I really loved it, and that is Amazon is a company that stumbled upon a really amazing idea, but they happen to not have the infrastructure to actually manage that great idea. Like what New World is, what AGS created with this game is so good. Combat actually feels really enjoyable. PvP is very strategic and very fun. It needs to be balanced, but it is the overall gameplay and the feel of the game is so good. They really did stumble upon an amazing game. But AGS, I just don't think they know how to properly manage this game. And that is my biggest complaint. Or at least they're prioritizing the wrong things. And I think the biggest sign of that is, I mean, again, we've had this bug that in PvP, which I shouldn't say PvP, I think it affects the whole game, but and I can't remember the name of the bug right now, but it's some perk on a weapon that can make it to where it does a massive amount of damage. And in wars, it's just overtaken wars. Wars aren't fun. PvP is just not fun at all. And they haven't really mentioned it. They haven't talked about it. They have no plans of patching it from what I can see. But then some people start posting videos online about defeating the final boss of the raid in like 30 seconds because of a broken perk, and they disable it like the next day. It's like, oh, so you're okay with a broken perk in PvP that's ruining wars, that's making it to where some companies are maintaining control of multiple regions because they're able to easily win wars with even just 30 people. You're okay with that, but here we go and clear a raid because we found a perk that bugs, and you're not okay with that. You're going to disable that immediately. So it's kind of just, I've always felt bad. Destiny did that a lot as well. Bungie did that as well. I can't remember the specific instance, but there was some bugged gun or something like that in PvP, and they just didn't patch it forever. But then somebody found an exploit in one of the raids where we were like able to kill one of the bosses really quickly for something, and they did the same thing, immediately patched it. So in general, I think a lot of companies do that, but it's just so frustrating. So I think Amazon ended up making this game and unknowingly made an amazing game that they just weren't ready to manage. So I wouldn't completely say they have a redemption story yet. Again, if you're ever going to talk about a redemption story in video games, you cannot not talk about No Man's Sky. That is the key pivotal story of redemption arc that you have to mention when you talk about video gaming. And that is a company that released a game that was so severely oversold and underdelivered that it was hilarious. And then now what? That came out in like 2014 or something? When did that come out? It's been a while. 2000 and something. and the game is completely unrecognizable, and they haven't charged the community a single cent. Which again, that the other thing that really pisses me off there whenever you talk about the whole AGS like arc of progression here is within a year of them flopping the game, they're coming out showing us a new DLC. The game's still broken. They haven't communicated at all. And they're showing us a new DLC, charging us $30 for it. So, I mean, it's kind of frustrating. And then they're telling you that in order to have a mount, you have to pay for their $30, whatever thing. I need to try Wayfinder. I've heard really good things about that. Arc has bugs that people take advantage of, but it isn't until someone posts a video about it that they ban the player for their own mistakes. You're talking about Lost Ark? Or you're talking about Ark, the dinosaur taming game? I mean, Ark, the dinosaur game is just a locally hosted game. I hope you're not talking about that. You're probably talking about Lost Ark, huh? I don't want to fight that guy, so let's make sure he stays over there. Yeah, somebody was talking about Wayfinder to me the other day, and I need to try it. Definitely need to try that one. Oh, you are talking about the dinosaur taming game. But I mean, that doesn't have aspects of PvP. Or I guess it does if you're on one of the bigger servers, huh? I guess there are parts of PvP in that game. It's been so long since I've played Ark. My brother is obsessed with it, and every once in a while he will go through and like make a server with a bunch of his friends, and they'll run through the game and replay it and stuff. So I definitely need to replay it, but it has been quite some time. I mean, I probably really didn't play it since like the really shortly after release. So I'm sure the game is completely different than what I remember it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think AGS is definitely on the right step. Of course, their whole roadmap thing. Kind of gave my thoughts about that earlier. Well, I guess I keyed in on one specific thing, which is the seasonal worlds. But overall, I mean, just the season 7 stuff that they're coming out with alone is really good. I do feel vindicated that I made a couple of I made one specific video last week or the week before that I talked about things that they need to add to the game. Otherwise, they're gonna, you know, fall off. And I think I did 5 things. And I said ranked PvP. I said they've got to find a way to scale old content. Mutated dungeons need better rewards. And I think I said I can't remember the other things. But it's so funny that like 3 or 4 of the things that I said in that video, they've come out and now it's on their roadmap. And then one thing, which I can't even remember what video I did one video where at the end of the video, I threw out just this random idea that I had that it would be kind of cool if they made a battle royale out of this game. I think it was in my Cutlass Keys video where I said Cutlass Keys is stupid pretty much. I think at the end of that video, I made a comment where I was like, wouldn't it be kind of cool to do like a battle royale? And then what did they do today? They come out saying that they are coming out, they're testing ideas for a battle royale. Hold on. Let me not die here and I can read all that crap in a second. Oh, don't kill me. I heard you guys like some fire. Yeah? Just a little bit? All right, let me not use all of it so I can actually cast down that. Boop, boop. Don't throw a spear at me. Don't throw it. This guy's gonna murder us. All right, untarget. And we're gonna run over here for 10 seconds. Don't do it. I need to craft some food. Don't do it. 2 seconds. All right. Here, I heard you like some fire. All right, cool. I need to go buy some food. Otherwise, we're going to have some trouble. The charm where people are just obsessed with one game in the story that Blizzard had with WoW could ever be repeated. But I'm hoping I mean, I hope so as well. I don't think Core Punk has, like, there's so many people that haven't heard of it. Maybe they're smacking their workers upside the head and telling them to work harder, and it seems to be working. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. The first year after New World released was just so depressing. I mean, it released in like what, September? And I want to say by like late October, 70% of the community was gone. It's kind of like, I just heard this the other day that First Descendants has lost like 80% of their players, or they did lose in like the first couple weeks. I guess staring at a woman's butt running around while you play wasn't enough of a draw for a lot of the community to stick around. So, I mean, one part of it is just the community itself. Us gamers today, maybe we're just easily bored. I don't know. At the same time, I think if you're talking about a game like old school WoW or Core Punk, maybe it could be a good enough game that keeps people around.
Because this thing is going to become part of you forever.
Wonderful.
A soul warden's power comes from creating distance in your soul, like a firebreak in the forest. The heart gem provides that barrier, inuring your soul against corruption.
Ooh, here's the key question. No.
Not entirely.
See?
You can still fall to temptation or rage.
There you go.
It offers protection, a buffer. Sadly, it also buffers against the taste of food, the warmth of sunlight, the love of another. Are you sure you're ready?
Wow, that's deep, dude.
Oh, that part is simple. Easier than it was, at least. You just have to die.
I mean, we've done that a couple times, so...
First, you must enter the Hot Forge and face its guardian. Then we will complete the ritual. Trust me now, and go.
Cool beans. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if... I mean, again, I think we had this discussion a couple weeks ago about WoW. And is the obsession with WoW because it was such an amazing game? Or is the obsession with WoW because there was nothing better to play? And again, we're talking OG. Because once you solidify that community, you've got nostalgia. So the nostalgia factor is going to keep a lot of people around, keep them coming back. As long as you don't really completely alienate the community with awful stuff, then you'll keep them around. So the question becomes, did, can we enter? And then I don't have to fight any of these guys. Can we do it? Perfect. Yes, he really sold the heart gem. He definitely sold the heart gem. Shoot, this is that guy that becomes immune and I have to hit the towers and disable them. I remember this fight being really annoying. And I think it bugged the first day we played after initial release. You're liking the voice acting is pretty good. They did a lot of work. Again, somebody was making a joke on Reddit earlier where it's like, you know, they spent the first 3 years of release reworking all the early game. Now they're finally going to concentrate on the end game, I guess. Which is true. Much better than Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I played a little bit. Oh shoot, here we go. See, we gotta ignite it. Don't do it. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy Online or whatever. It was okay. I was all right with it. All right. Now we can attack him. Maybe? Oh, he wasn't taking damage there for a second. But I had to roll out of that status effect there. We don't want that. I think I should be able to like clip behind the stairs if he does something. Wink. Let's pop a potion. That's all we've got. Oh shoot, I rolled it into that. Let's go fireball him. Or flamethrower him for a little second there. Ultima, EVE Online, Star Wars. Oh dude, don't talk about EVE Online to me. Oh my god, man, I love EVE Online.
For this to work,
I played a little bit of Old Republic. I played a little bit of Neverwinter. But that's the thing. When WoW originally came out, EVE Online was around. Star Wars Old Republic was not around. RuneScape no, it wasn't. It was, I want to say like when WoW officially released what was around. Because EVE Online, I started playing EVE Online in 2010. 2010, I want to say I started playing EVE Online.
For better or worse, you are now a true soul warden.
Which, speaking of RuneScape, if you are a RuneScape fan, then you've got to try Brighter Shores, because that is also made by Andrew Gower, the maker of RuneScape, the OG maker of RuneScape. And so far, I am seeing really good things about it. I started playing the beginning and need to keep playing it. I just haven't had the time to. But if you are a RuneScape fan, I definitely would say pick it up.
So easily severed. You have shielded your heart, but not your mind. Your mind will guide you to me.
You think it will. I think we're about to go meet the old man, right? Jonas is about to take us up into the Great Cleave. Dude, Wolfenite, if you like RuneScape, Brighter Shores, it is free. You can play, so there's 4 acts. You can play, or no, 5? 4 or 5, and you get to play the first few acts free. Completely free. And then the last few you have to pay to be able to play. Dude, I keep forgetting to summon my dang stupid mount. But I downloaded it, played the first little bit of it, really enjoyed it. And from other people who I know who like RuneScape, they are saying it's fun. So it's definitely a work in progress, but I think it's a pretty good start. And free. Did I say free? I think I said free at one point.
Of a legacy that goes back beyond the reach of history. You have done more than surrender a life. You have surrendered your own soul.
I mean, it doesn't go past the point of history because we know about the first Soul Wardens. They were created by the ancients, I believe.
Once called for a feast attended by the entire order, but with just the 2 of us, I suspect it would make for a rather dull affair. Yes, we must find allies as well. We needed to repeat the failed experiment of doing this alone. Such fools we were, to turn away those who sought to support us. Arrogance. The childish notion we were special, that we alone were destined to save the world. There was a priest who warned us, counseled humility, but we refused his suggestions and his support.
Is it the Scarlet Witch guy?
A suitable start, I suppose.
Oh, Umberto.
Brother Umberto trudged off to Brightwood, as I recall. It's a
He's
dark
dead.
and dead forest.
I'm pretty sure that guy's dead if I remember right.
There. Meet me at the Shadow Mine Shrine, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died there, bud. Pretty sure Umberto died. Did try it. Okay, you're talking about Brighter Shores then, huh? Tried it. It was really good, but not the guy for a monthly sub. 33 bucks for a game, one time buying. Yeah, I get the whole monthly sub thing. Oh shoot, hold on. We got 2,000 to go. Oh, we have a fast travel, at least somewhat there. Where's the closest shrine? Behind us. I was gonna say, of all the, I definitely don't like the idea of a monthly subscriber thing, as well. Although WoW has been doing it for forever. But dude, I gotta be honest with you, Ashes of Creation might be the game that makes me do it. She tries too hard to bring you over to the. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she definitely tries really hard to get you in there. And yeah, Umberto, if I remember correctly who this is, definitely a sad story. Also takes you into, it's either Reekwater or Weaver's Fen, whichever one. And that entire zone, both of those zones are just so depressing. Completely consumed by Lost. So we just left the corrupted area, and now we're about to spend the next forever in a Lost area. So this should be fun. But yeah, I actually am planning. So right now, tomorrow, we've got Core Punk, which I'm still going to continue to jump back into New World. Although I feel like for the most part, New World, I'm kind of reaching a point where I'm just going to go into maintenance on New World until January when the next season comes out. So between now and then, oh, it is in Weaver's Fen. So between now and then, tomorrow, we'll start adding Core Punk to the rotation. But my plan is to jump in on Ashes of Creation on their next release, December 20th, I think.
I hoped time would bring new life to Brightwood.
It's about $100 to jump in on it, but I think I want to do it.
It was 2 centuries ago. The Order was long gone by the time the darkness descended here. No, it was the cold curse of the soulless lost that brought misery to Brightwood. If Umberto was even still here by that time, then he may well have departed. That we must discover. I heard Umberto was ministering to the town of Walsham, now but a haunted remnant of what it was then. I will leave the investigation to your youthful vigor and meet you north of town. Good hunting, Warden.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's quite a steep buy-in for Ashes, and I definitely know they have a long road ahead of them. Of course, I wanted to buy in on the next one because as it currently stands, they're only doing, I think, weekends is what you're able to play. But from my understanding, they're about to move to 5 days a week. Can I jump over this in some way? So that was the main reason I was thinking of buying in at the next point, which is December 20th, I think is the next release or the next update. And then I think they're also releasing new stuff along with the December 20th update. So I'm thinking about it, man. If I hit the point where it's like getting close to December 20th and I'm kind of either getting burnt out on Core Punk or kind of coming to the end of having fun on those, and there's nothing to do in New World and I'm just kind of floundering for stuff, I think I'm going to buy in on it. Although PoE 2 does come out, what, December 6th as well? So we've got Core Punk tomorrow. December 6th is PoE 2. And you know what? If PoE keeps hold of me good enough, then maybe we'll skip out on Ashes. I'll save myself $100. But Ashes, I know, is going to have a monthly subscription. $15 a month or something like that. And I mean, that everything I'm seeing about that game, dude, is going to be the game that's going to get me to do a monthly subscription. I think that's the one. All right, we're finding his home. Let's see. What a dump.
Pastor Pruitt, it is with the utmost urgency and discretion that I author this note. Out of respect for your seniority in Walsham, I choose not to challenge you publicly, but I am disappointed nonetheless. These poor lost souls who have wandered into town may seem to have lost their humanity, but is this not a test of our faith? The decision to bury them seems to me a decision to surrender hope. There simply must be a more humane way to handle this. Please, let us at least discuss the matter. Brother Umberto.
There's nothing else to play, man. What do you want me to play? No, it's not a trash game. The game itself is pretty good. It's just the developers or the managers of the game. Oh, can we not get him aggroed? That would be nice. How many people do we got? Hold on, let's roll away. Dang, dude. Getting stun locked up. All right, hold on. Let's regroup. Let's regroup. Run around a little bit. Oh, now she's retreating. Fabulous. All right, let's stand here for a second. I keep forgetting to... Wait, hold on. Did we get any Boning Stone? Oh, we've got a... Hold on. Common Health. That's a strong one, huh? Not a regeneration. There is one regeneration that we got. But that ain't gonna do. All right, let's see. 11 Constitution, Shirking Fortification, not bad. And it's medium. We're gonna need to make something else that's medium light. So our gloves. Do we have light gloves? We don't. It's starting to give me all 5 dex and 5 con. That ain't gonna help. Looks like we might be moving into a medium build until I'm able to go back and buy some different gear, which for now we probably just need to do. Oh, no strength, no dex and con. That's the one we had. That's the other one we had. All right, any fire staffs in here? Ooh, Gauntlet of the Undying Grip. 12 intelligence and life stealing. Why was that glitching? It wouldn't let me compare the two pieces. Why is it also not giving me any better fire staffs? Oh shoot, I just realized what I did. I equipped 2 ice gauntlets because the game hates me. And then I actively deleted my current life staff. Can you believe it? All right. That's hilarious. All right, respec. Oh, dude, it's at 58 con without putting a single point into it. All right, for now, that's fine. Holy cow. Oops, I don't want to cut a tree. Oops. That is hilarious. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. That's a... Oh, I see what I did now. Yeah, it seriously wants to make me squirm. Absolutely. It would help if I wasn't looking at a bunch of different things and trying to do too much. All right, read it. It's all right. We'll go back and buy a bunch of proper gear. Whether by despair or contagion gone. All right, what about this one? The code Majlad Al. I can't even read that. That's the best you get. All right, one more. May the earth hide the horror. Excuse me. All right. Whenever we get to a good point that we're near a fast travel, we've got to go back to a town. Oh shoot, we're going to the church. Well, that's good. That's where the preacher guy is, right? And there he is. Ow. Dude, the little hop backwards, I hate it. All right.
It is plain now that ignoring my concerns has cost this town dearly. Even the most faithful are on the verge of despair. And as we've seen, that seems to be the true source of this soulless plague. Our hollow prayers and efforts to bury these tragic events are only making matters worse. I cannot bear to witness this tragedy unfold. I am told of a faithful knight who resides west in Ballard's Manor. Sir Galahad? I will seek him out, and if Providence affords, I will return with the hope and the strength to save our town. Brother Umberto.
Okay. Right. So, Wolfenite, exactly what I was, I kind of did a whole breakdown of my thoughts on the seasonal world thing. And, again, we don't know what the seasonal world rewards are going to be. We don't know what kind of incentives they're going to have. They're kind of mentioning the fact that there will be a reason to do it and that you'll be able to carry the stuff on that you get from it later on in the game. That makes me think, instead of thinking there's going to be a reason for me to have this character because of the stuff that I get, it makes me think more along the lines of Diablo 4 seasonal content, or I guess even the other Diablos as well. But in, you know, like Diablo 4, you created a seasonal character to do the seasonal content because it gave you stuff that you can use on other characters, like cosmetic stuff.
It appears the town
So that's what I'm
fell to be
thinking.
lost, primarily from within. No signs of any defense. I wonder if
Having said
Brother
that, I
Umberto
understand that
sought
now in order
aid
to
from
do that, you
somewhere
have to do
else.
PvP. So I get it.
Sir Galahad, eh? The shining knight from the court of King Artorius himself. An honorable warrior, as I recall, but a bit squeamish regarding the requirements of becoming a soul warden.
Yeah, I get that part.
Many of the king's knights joined the Order, but of course, you know what happened to them. Galahad remained at Artorius' side, and now that I hear the name, I do recall hearing he resurfaced after the war. Some say King Artorius fell during the war. Others say he fled, and there were even whispers that he turned. Perhaps Galahad can shed light on the fates of both the king and Brother Umberto. Yes, there are a few townships and manors that way if they have not fallen lost, like Walsham. You go on ahead. I want to do a little scouting to the north. It's time I pull my own weight. I'll catch up.
You know, after being in this area, Reekwater and Weaver's Fen for a little while, I understand why everybody here is lost. This place is depressing. You like that you can choose to flag yourself for PvE and then unflag yourself. Right. So, again, this has been a comment that I made and have made for a while. And that is, there needs to be PvP only servers. 100%. There needs to be active, not seasonal that go away. There needs to be an active server that you can join and PvP is always on. That needed to have been a thing forever. And I think this is AGS's way of testing that to see if they even could do it. So if no one even joins or tries to do it, then this will kind of be their way of saying, oh, you see, it wouldn't work. Which, hold on, let's watch this cutscene and then I'll keep going with that.
I do not relish striking you down, my fellow vigilant, but it is my duty. May your soul find peace, brother.
Nice greatsword.
Another who's not fallen is a welcome sight in these parts. Come, warm yourself by my fire.
I think it's interesting that a company that, again, we just argued a minute ago about how there's broken PvP perks and stuff like that, but a company that hasn't paid a ton of attention to PvP is using their first chance to break into seasonal worlds to make a PvP only world. I find that very interesting. And I'm curious to see how it goes. I feel like making a seasonal world where there's like roaming bosses, world bosses everywhere would be better because the PvE crowd seems to be a little bit more prevalent than the PvP, but I don't know.
Be wary, traveler. A great tragedy has occurred here. The good people who lived in these hills have fallen, and turned into soulless lost. If you've come seeking family or an old friend, I fear your journey may be in vain. Then there may yet be hope. Brother Umberto is a brave soul. He and I joined forces to defend these fair lands.
A little aggressive there, bud.
But the story pains me to speak aloud. It is better if you read the account in my journal, just there.
There you go. I mean, I get that. It's if it's a traumatic experience, I get it. But hey, go read my book instead of me telling you about it.
It was the dream of Avalon that led King Artorius to these shores. And of course, the wise counsel of the enchanter, Mirrodin. But the enchanter became obsessed with the island's mysteries. An insidious evil claimed his soul. The wars of crimson madness raged for a century. So many banners, all fallen to the corruption. I know not what transpired to end the conflict. We found no answers as to Mirrodin's fate. No trace of the High King. I sought new peace and purpose here in the Brightwood, but it would not last. A plague of soulless lost emerged. Brother Umberto and I formed the Bright Vigil to fight the darkness. But he stood alone when I left in search of my Lord King. I returned empty-handed to witness the results of my failure. The Vigil fallen to despair, and the Brightwood bright no more.
Him saying the Brightwood is like people saying the Ukraine. I don't know if that's right or not, but it just sounds weird.
Yes, friend. You are now acquainted with my regretful decision to abandon Umberto and go on a fruitless quest to find the king. My only desire now is to atone for my mistakes. But I'm not sure where to begin. Indeed.
Find
I
Umberto.
would like
How is
nothing
that
more
difficult?
than to find company in this lamentable endeavor. If you are willing to overlook my failed duties to the Vigil, then I will heartily accept your offer.
I mean, I wouldn't know about it unless you
was
didn't
among
tell me
these
it. So,
townships
yeah.
and the nearby manor that Umberto and I founded the Vigil. I know the manor well. I will search there for clues, and you can search the towns. May the light be with us both.
All right, there's a fast travel up here. We can go right or wrong. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the seasonal. I don't think they're going to do it right. So, again, I think my best recommendation for them doing this right, either you go all in like Diablo and these other games have done, and every 3-4 months you're wiping a server. Like, either you go all in and you do that, which I don't think is the right move for a game like New World, but again, that's up to them. All right, hold on, let me think about this real quick. Okay, so that's a Void Gauntlet. We don't want that. Although Firestaff Void Gauntlet does sound kind of fun. You know what? Maybe I will do that. Not difficult, but very lengthy. Are you talking about his story? All right. Amulet. We don't need focus. and Constitution on the medium gloves. I mean, it's better technically, but I think we're going to replace all these anyways. So let's get rid of all that. We got 2.5 thousand. I gotcha. Yeah, so I think overall, I don't think they're going to do it right. So that's the biggest problem. But I think there is a right way to do it. And that is my ideal recommendation would be cut the season down into 4 months. So 3 seasons a year, 4 months long for each season. And actually you could make it even two seasons a year, 6 months each. But I think the content being that spaced out would not make it to where people would stay around. So I think 3 4-month-long seasons is the way to go. And each season should be cut into 2 parts. So you can call them like an act 1 and an act 2, or part 1, part 2, whatever you want to do. But the first part of the season should concentrate on seasonal rewards for your main account. So I'm going to log back into the account that I consider my main, and I'm going to progress through all 100 levels of the battle pass. I'm going to get all the new artifacts for the season. I'm going to try all the new patches. I'm going to do all that stuff. That's it. So about 2 months in, most people are going to pretty much be done. Actually, I would feel like after about a month, things would start to get stale, but that's for like the real tryhards or the people like me who are playing just a massive amount. 2 months would be really good. But you're not worrying about leveling your character. You're worrying about a character who's already at max level, experiencing all the new stuff. 1 to 2 months is good. After 2 months, which I guess makes me think that maybe you could still keep it on the 3-month rotation, and then just do like a month and a half and a month and a half. But I like whole numbers. So 4 months, first 2 months, your main character. Second 2 months, they release the seasonal seasonal world. So halfway through the season, you're 2 months into it. People have already done all the stuff on their main character. 2 months in, they release the seasonal world, and then boom, you start in on that. That would be how I think they would do it right. Oh, dude, you got a cold. Dude, one decision I made a while back that has just been the best decision ever is there's like a dollar store right down the street from me, and you could also do it at CVS, but they have like these little packs of vitamin C. So it's like 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, zinc, and like vitamin D. And dude, you like just pour it into like a little cup of water. I take a shot of that every morning. That has been such a game changer for me. I've never felt better in my life. With 4 kids, 3 of them in school, dude, you got to keep that immune system up. So I'm feeling your pain, man. I get it. But that would be my recommendation. Take a little shot of some vitamin C every day. All right, we're going to make int single attribute only. Apply. And let's just buy whatever makes the most sense. Health and skinning luck. Fire harnessing and skinning luck. That sucks. You have been taking those? Oh, well. It was just meant to be then, my friend. I can't help you. How did it go from... Oh. I guess we can not make it single attribute. Shoot, even that. What if we did int and con? We're okay with those two. There we go. That's better. We might have to take the skinning luck. Another skinning luck. Reinforced skinning luck. Dude, what is going on with all these skinning luck ones? Okay. That's a dex and con. That's a waste. Man, okay. We'll take the pants. I guess we're getting some skinning luck. Okay, we'll take the hat. We'll really be hooked up on our dang skinning luck. What is going on? We'll take the health. All right, we bought pants, hat, and gloves. Let's get a chest piece. That's got dex. That sucks. And it's got shield bash. That's such a weird combo. I hate giving this person 600 gold, making them feel like, you know what, I can't, because I've already wasted all my money on those three. All right, hold on. We're going to go in here and we're going to do price range max of 300. I should have paid attention to that. Yep, we need some boots. That's strength and con. So that sucks. What about these? That's dex and int. Huh. Yeah, the game is definitely telling me to go skin some animals. That's for sure. I don't want to, though. I wanted to kind of buy a little bit higher to prevent my need to do it again later. So we will suck it up and buy that, I think. And then just a chest piece, huh? Let's go to the chest wear then. Actually, we can go to medium gear for the chest wear and we should be fine. I think we can have one medium chest piece and be okay. 304. We can take away the 300 and we can go up to 500 here. Oh, dude, it didn't do anything. What is making it to where we can't go as high? What if we cleared all and still kept can use? Dude, somebody's charging $4 grand for that. Oh, it's a woodworking shirt. Okay. Arcanist expertise. Oh, interesting. All these are just at the right level. That's so crazy. Holy cow. And then it jumps from 500 right down to 354. So many different expertise pieces that people are selling. All right. Strength focus, int focus, con. We'll take a con piece. Whatever. And then we need to not waste all of our money so that we can buy a fire staff. Enchanted. It's got an empty socket, but we're never going to put a socket in this because we're going to be moving away from it so quickly. Converts 50% of your damage to ice damage. And it's got a frost attunement. Does that stack? Attacks deal 14% weapon damage because you're already converting it. I mean, whatever. It's 20. You love placing buy orders that way I don't have to get price gouged by other players. Yeah, buy orders are definitely the way to go if you can wait. I am in a position where we don't need to wait. We're just gonna run. All right, equip. Yes. Equip. Yes. Equip. Yes. Equip. All right. 127 on it. Let's see if we need to respec real quick. I don't know what I'm doing with my fire staff. I'm just putting stuff in there so I don't have to deal with the stupid blue whatever anymore. I'll come back and do that later. And you gotta go with that on your Void Gauntlet build. All right. Oh shoot, no, I'm trying to do experience gain on this character because I'm not gonna ever use them again. Experience gain. I want a level. Delete it all. We don't want it. Put it in the box. Continue with the questing. And then, oh shoot, I forgot to check my attributes. That's the main reason I went into that screen and we didn't do it. I went into the screen to check the attributes and then didn't even do it. I will say, man, I don't know how completely I feel about everything they said today, but I'm at least happy that they did it. Oh shoot, we're still at 59 on con. Sucks. Dang it. I guess there was no point in respecking. Really just excited that, or not excited, I'm really just happy that they finally did the update. They're about 2 weeks late, but at least we got it. I guess that's where we're at currently, which is just sad that that's how I feel. It shouldn't have come to this. Can I read it in peace?
Umberto's journal, March 17th. A cold wind blows instead of spring, and the trees of Brightwood are dry and devoid of new growth. Poor Pastor Pruitt fell lost, along with the rest of Walsham, and now the lost are appearing here in Wolfseg. Since Galahad's departure, several knights have left the vigil, and I have begun recruiting and training the local townsfolk as new vigilants. They've taken to calling themselves shadow hunters, and I won't discourage it. Anything that keeps them hopeful is welcome.
Nice.
Umberto.
Oh yeah. We're feeling that DPS output now, dude. All right, that was good. Whoa, it just got bright over here. Like right in there. Oh, is it because the sun came up in the game? No, now it's dark over here. Dang, the game doesn't know what to do. Yeah. Every once in a while we hit like a little patch where it thinks it wants to make it light up for me. Oh my gosh, dude, that damage output. Oh. Do we need to read these? Yeah, we should have gone back and upgraded our supplies a while ago, man. Holy cow. All right. Read the journal. Let's go find it. What's his name? Anointed Ghoul. All right, he's not named. Let's say if he's named, then we're gonna have to come back and kill him.
Umberto's journal, June 8th. It is the peak of summer, but it remains cold, and crops wither in the field. It seems every week we awaken one morning to find another of the townsfolk has fallen lost. Despite my misgivings, I've come to accept the only solution is to bury them. Strange
Absolutely,
as it may
man.
be to see graveyards on Eternum. My greater concern is that they will soon be widespread. Umberto.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you actually build your character right. Which for me, it wasn't that my character was built wrong. It was that I just hadn't gone back and upgraded my stuff in a while. I was definitely working on some outdated gear there. There's certain points in the game which I used to know the levels, but I don't know them anymore. There's certain levels that you hit in the game where you hit huge power spikes in gear. I think it's like 25. I think it's the fives, like 25, 35, 45 or something like that.
It is good to see you, young warrior.
And when you hit those levels, you're supposed to buy and make sure you upgrade all your gear.
To the east. Sir Galahad has informed me that corruption has claimed the
I just hadn't done it.
well. Sir Galahad continues the search in a town just north. The Bright Knight refuses to believe the corrupted have again become a greater threat. But you and I know better, and we cannot simply walk away. We must try. I hope to find only simple pockets of the corrupted, but they appear to be consolidating. I suggest you enter the manor and strike down the corrupted commander. It could buy us time.
All right. What's fascinating about the corrupted that I've been reading as well is, you know, we have this mentality of the corrupted as being like mindless and like not organized or whatever, but a lot of these notes that I've been reading, dude, have been saying the exact opposite. Like they actually are working, which I don't know if that's because of Isabella or if they've been doing it all along, but pretty fascinating. Yeah, get us that squire. Oh, there we go. We got the other one too. Oh, it's nice to see a flail guy around. You don't see enough of them. Does he have? He does. Nice. And then I think we got to kill this guy up in here, right? How did I go right by him? Oh, I think I double clicked it. That's sad.
Understand why you reject corruption. Is there someone telling you to do this? Lying to you about everything?
No, I mean, it's pretty easy to see that corruption's not really what you want. Yeah, no thanks. I think we're good. I think we're good here. Corrupted, lost. I think we can go without that, you know? I'm all right. No, thank you. I think this is the part where you have to like line up the doll for the certain person and all that stuff, right? I think so. Oh, 26. What you guys doing out here? Level 50s in this level 20 area? Oh, baby. All right.
I welcome your aid, for Umberto's sake, but I did not realize you were a soul warden.
So?
During the wars, your order insisted on the delusion that the Crimson Madness could not be defeated. Your friend Jonas now claims it's returned. Yes, some corrupted still linger, but I assure you, the Crimson Sorcerer is long gone. The old man won't hear it. He scouts ahead, determined to prove there's an army of the possessed hiding somewhere in the forest. What matters most, however, is that we're united in seeking Brother Umberto. To me, it's clear. The darkness consuming the Brightwood is the lost. Umberto and I swore to fight it, and I will honor that oath. Nothing to explain how this entire region fell to the lost. Just horrific stories as so many succumbed to despair. There is evidence Umberto and the Vigil abandoned this place, but no indication where they went. Very well. I have a few more houses to search in Wolfsegg village. The Vigilants were apparently burying Lost in a nearby graveyard. You should check there, and then we'll rejoin the old man. Hopefully, with answers.
Poor Jonas. Just gets labeled the old man. Yeah, no thanks. Definitely don't want to look. I mean, Isabella's about the only good-looking corrupted around, you know? She somehow got the good looks. She kept them.
Condemnation of the Stott family. Let it be known that the Stott family committed crimes against the community by conspiring to hide the fact that certain members of the household had fallen lost. Unsurprisingly, the plague spread, and we now commit the entire family to the earth. Let it be known that the Stott family's keep at Cairdan has been seized by the Bright Vigil. Grand Vigilant Umberto.
Ooh, is that a new title? Did he promote himself? Oh, we got a few points that we can do, huh? We probably should work our way up to Khan. I feel like we're pretty powerful right now. Let's get ourselves a little more health. 100 Khan would be the goal. Oh shoot, we forgot to buy the food. I can't believe you guys let me forget to buy food. Hey dude, you can stop that if you want. Yeah, thanks. To find out how the loss came into being. Do you find out how they came into being, or more in the sense of kind of like what they were doing to them? I remember them being like they used to bury them alive and all that stuff, but I didn't think that was their origin, more or less. I thought that was just kind of like a continuation of it. It's gonna be fun if we actually find out, or I get the. Is there a scene for it? A cinematic? That would be nice. Oh shoot! We're in the wrong house. Wouldn't that be annoying? You live in a house that's connected, but it's it's not. Oh, maybe it's like a townhome. I get it. I get it. It's like a townhome or something. Yeah, you're bad. Oh, okay. So you're meaning in the sense of like in general for this area, not like all together how they were made. Bam. Yeah, the whole being buried alive and stuff is pretty intense. Take a nap? I could do that. That sounds pretty good. I gotcha. You see, again, that's why I'm replaying through and I am taking it slow, because I skipped so much. And 3 years ago, this definitely was not fully fleshed out. So most of what I know of the story comes from reading the lore pages, because I definitely did not listen to the story.
You have arrived just in time, young Soul Warden. I was becoming quite concerned.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, the courageous soul we've both been waiting for.
Oh, thanks.
Your friend Jonas is rather disturbed about the presence of the corrupted in these parts.
You are putting it mildly, Sir Knight. Seeing such numbers this far south is a sign all of Eternum is in grave danger.
Perhaps, but at the present, I'm more concerned about tracking down Brother Umberto. Seems he left here seeking some fortress. Yes, I remember the place. The fortress of Caer Dun lies some distance from here, however. Why there, I wonder? I will go straight away and leave you to sort out truth and fiction with Jonas. Have no fear.
A little passive aggressive.
Umberto, you'll be the first to know.
Just a little bit passive aggressive.
I feel guilty saying it, but I am relieved to see the knight depart. He clings to his ignorance with unwavering assurance. The corrupted are here in force, just as I suspected. There is a ranger nearby who has confirmed it. That is what you must investigate. I suggest you start in the mine. It could very well be something buried here. Find out what the corrupted are seeking, and then meet me in the town of Calvary to the east.
Okay. The corrupted are definitely obsessed with their mining, man. Which I feel like there's a lore... Ugh. I feel like there's a lore page somewhere that I read about why they, or what they're mining for, but I can't remember. A little bit of fire. I heard you guys like some fire, huh? Yeah? Oh, dude, it does so much damage now. Wait, don't retreat. Don't retreat. Kind of like when... What? What are you talking about? Investigate the ore piles. Dude, you can totally... Oh! I watched, like, the first four to five seasons of Family Guy, like actual watched them. After that, I've pretty much just seen highlights. That's really, really it. I probably need to go back and watch it all again, do like a marathon. I just don't have the time. It would be fun though, I agree. But I think really, I was talking to somebody about this a while back, like old school Family Guy, the first few seasons were really good. I mean, you can definitely tell that it was like before they got super popular. So I think they cared a lot more then. But also Peter was like, you could tell he was not the brightest, was definitely a little bit, you know, kind of lacking in the intelligence realm, but he wasn't like full blown a moron. And it's kind of sad that I feel like in the newer seasons, it's basically just become how stupid of stuff can he do? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in my assessment there, but the first few seasons, like, you didn't fully understand the dynamic of the family. You didn't know the characters. So you were still building that knowledge of the characters and what they were and who they were. And now I think at this point, they just have to continue to do crazier and crazier stuff because the character development is not there. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm crazy. Now I feel like a Family Guy hipster or something. I was watching Family Guy before it was popular. I don't know. That's just my take on it. I think we can just shoot him, right? All right. Dang, dude. It hit hard. All right, so you have to roll away from the attack as he's coming down. Otherwise, he just tracks onto you.
Does it not feel right? Take that morsel from me. In return, I only ask you consider the feast I am offering.
I gotcha. I was thinking that they were mining Azoth, but I was doubting myself. So it is just them extracting pure Azoth. Yeah, look at all that. You don't look into it. Now I've just created some existential thought process for you. I've ruined Family Guy for you. You've got to, if you started watching it in the first few seasons, that's just how I feel. Which honestly, this is another point I was making with a buddy of mine, which is like, if somebody started watching in the first few seasons, it's okay to go back and rewatch the whole series because you can remember what it used to be like, and it's okay. If you started watching after like season 5 or season 6, when it became like really popular, going back and watching the first few seasons is just miserable. Like, most people won't do it. It's because the art style was different, the voice acting, which most of the voice actors are the same. They just used a different voice, or their voice sounded different. So people just won't even go back and watch the early seasons if they didn't start watching it during those seasons. It's kind of interesting. Which the numbers and like, if you look up the most popular episodes and stuff like that, it's all like the later seasons.
Oh dear. Well, let me welcome you to the Vigil's Rest, where we guarantee our guests will rest
Thanks, bud. Jonas isn't here.
I was on the verge of going to search for you, to apologize. I doubted both you and the old man, but I was wrong.
Wow.
On the way to Cairdan, I witnessed firsthand the size and activity of the corrupted forces here in the Brightwood. On that matter, I am as yet undecided. Finding Umberto is still my first priority. Cairdan offered more questions than answers. Something dark happened there, and it now lies vacant, perhaps even cursed. I've been inquiring around town whether anyone here was a witness to the Vigil's fall. But when I saw Jonas, I knew it was my duty to make amends to you both. The old man has more courage than good sense. He's gone to ascertain whether the corrupted have a presence in Great Cleave. I urged him to wait, but he refused. I suggest you head north right away to ensure his safety. I will continue to seek answers regarding Umberto and the Bright Vigil. Go on and assist the old man. If the light is with me, I will have answers by the time you return.
Wait, the way he just said that story for a second made me think he was referring to Umberto, that he saw Umberto, but he was talking about Jonas. That was weird, the way it was worded or the way I heard it. You find it interesting that some of the seasons were so offensive that they got canceled. Yeah. Yeah. You know, there was this interview I saw a while back with Dave Chappelle. And back when he was making the Chappelle show, he used to live by this premise. And that is like every one of his episodes, whenever they were done recording it, they would send it off to the network, and then the network got to like watch it, and then they would approve it, and then it would get aired. And he lived by like this motto of he would always do like 3 or 4 sketches, and one of those sketches would be like a little bit offensive, like a little bit further than he knew the network would be okay with. And then one of the sketches was like way offensive. Like he knew they were going to be super offended by it. So then he did that so that the network would come back and be like, hey, we watched it. And, you know, they would reference the one that was like really offensive. They're like, hey, this one was a little bit too much. We're going to need you to remove that. But then they would accept the one that was kind of just barely crossing the line, because as long as you remove the really offensive one, that one's not so bad. So I think Family Guy kind of did the same thing. And like slowly over time, they started to just get progressively worse and worse and worse. But every once in a while, I think they crossed too far. That's probably where you saw some of them being canceled. But I thought that was kind of funny. I think they followed similar patterns. Whoa. What was that? Oh, did he just close that? Nice. Very nice. Let's go grab that first. Boink. Nice. All right, Jonas, what you got, dude?
In my most dire estimations, I could not have imagined how desperate the situation has become. A few years ago, the Great Cleave was quiet, safe. But now, the corrupted appear to have total dominion. It means the corrupted have already conquered all the territory from here to the Shattered Mountain. It means we are too late. Any day now, their forces will sweep south and claim the rest of the island. The walls of Calvary are no match for the might of the forces we've just seen. I would suggest we lay claim to this fort, but the place is clearly cursed. If there's a way to remove the curse from the fortress, it might help us defend against the corrupted. But we will also need to recruit an army of new soul wardens. Search the fort, and then meet me in Calvary.
All right. I can do that. Let's do this thing. Isn't there a soul trial right here? I think there's a soul trial that we have to do over there. Hey, what's up, Grace?
Well now, imagine finding the only other sane person on this island, here in this accursed place.
Yeah, she doesn't know that I jabbed
this bright
a stone into my
quite
chest.
a fortune before they up and vanished. They left a stain of evil as well. You joking? I already got quite an earful about the curse before I left Calvary. People down there don't like to talk about the bright vigil. But with a couple of coins, I heard what I needed to hear. If you want to share in the secrets, you'll need to contribute to the cause. You know that. This place makes my skin crawl.
I do
You
too.
gather up valuables.
Grace is a
vigils
great
stashed
character.
here. I'll tell you everything I know.
A little bit quirky, but that's what makes her endearing. Look at you being marked for PvP out here, huh? Well, we make this our headquarters here eventually, don't we? I think here pretty soon. I'm guessing that's why a bunch of people are standing up here. Oh, that wasn't that high of a jump. Jeez. Yeah, we make it our place eventually.
Now we're talking. I see you found some shinies. Don't forget, all this is going toward buying a boat to get off this crazy rock.
Mm-hmm. We remember.
I suppose you're more interested in hearing about this course, though, aren't you?
Hit me with it.
Well, the dark truth is those righteous bastards turned on each other. And then, of course, they all fell lost. Mayor Pennyfather in Calvary, he knows more than he lets on. Lean on him a bit, and he'll cough it up.
All right, is Calvary ready? I did do my in there. Nice. Nice. Oh, well, I think getting back to here is where we're going to call it. I think that's a good dent in the story. Did some good recap on the story there. And let's go ahead and end it right here in front of Sir Galahad. So everybody, thank you so much for coming out, checking out the stream. My plan is to be back at least Thursday, but I'm thinking about doing a Core Punk stream on Wednesday. So I'm out tomorrow. I won't be able to be here tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. So have a good night, Wolfenite. Thanks for stopping by, bud. And to everybody else, I'll see you guys on either Wednesday or Thursday. At least Thursday for sure, but I'm going to try to do one on Wednesday. So y'all have a good one, and happy holidays to everybody. If I don't see you guys before Thanksgiving, y'all have a good turkey day, and I'll see you on this other side.